Did you know that if your Cricut isn't cutting correctly, you can fix it with a single piece of paper? Everyone who owns a Cricut needs to know how to do this. Did you also know those 3 lines are called a hamburger menu? Because I did not. So, under the hamburger menu, select Print and Cut settings and calibrate your machine. This is going to give you something to print, and that's where the piece of paper comes in. Once you have this weird little thing printed off, you are going to line it up better than you've ever lined up anything before. We trained for this, guys. Then you're going to load it into your machine and go back to Design Space. Like always, it walks you through everything you need to do. Once you've loaded and started it, your machine is going to scan all those outer lines just like it does a Print and Cut. So you don't actually have to line it up perfectly. I'm just anal. Then the machine is going to cut out that square in the middle. Do not unload it, just go back to Design Space and answer the question. This first question is just Design Space being like, are we really screwed up, or are you just checking? Like, ours was pretty okay, so we're just going to do fine calibration. Next, it's going to cut out all the lines along the top and the right. This is where the recalibration really happens because it cuts them all out slightly off, and if it cut slightly under and you said that one was perfect, it knows it needs to recalibrate in that direction. I may have just confused you more, but that's okay. You don't have to understand it, you just have to do it. And all you need to do is tell it which letter and which number it cut directly down the line. For the letters, it's pretty obvious that A is cut the best, cut directly down the center line. The numbers were not quite as obvious as the letters. 4, 5, and 6 all looked pretty good. I think I'm going to settle on 5 being the most down the center. We are almost done here. That was the big part. We are going to record our choices, and Design Space is going to take that into consideration and cut out the rectangle around the little square in the center. If they don't do a good job, you can go through this process again. You can do it as many times as you like, but you can barely tell here. It cut directly down those lines. It was a perfect cut, so we are good. I'm going to tell it that I'm satisfied. We can go on our way and cut correctly. This was one of the frequently asked questions on my channel. There are a lot of other questions like that, so I think I'm going to go live tonight to answer a few of them. So if you're seeing this and I'm live, join me and we can hang out and talk Cricut.